Hi, welcome to Riffs and Ramblings episode 4. The last episode was December the 18th.
Pathetic.
I do actually have a good reason for why I've been so slack, so I do want to explain it to the 5 people that will watch this video. I ended up moving house at the end of last year. Now, last year was, I'm not going to go into that. By the end of last year, I started gaining a little bit of momentum with this channel. I was regularly uploading. I decided to do Riffs and Ramblings as a vlog style video every few weeks, maybe once a month. And then we decided to sell our house in the middle of everything that had been going on in our lives anyway. Most people thought that we were absolutely crazy, but we decided to sell the house and buy a new house and live in a different suburb, closer to the beach, and have a different lifestyle. So we did that. Moved out after Christmas, lived in a hotel for a week, and then moved into this new house on the 17th of January this year. When I moved in, this garage, and yes, I'm in a garage again, this garage was completely bare and empty, echoey. All the walls were completely just, there was nothing on them. The garage door was rattling away, and I've had to do quite a bit of work to get it to the point where it feels more like a studio and more like an office for me. So some of the things that I've done, as you can see behind me, I've put some sound absorption panels up. I also have a kind of unit here that I can store things in, but also have a display of pedals, of books. I've got some AL34 tubes stuck down over there. Just random bits and pieces. It just makes me feel a bit more like a guitar studio. On the other side, I have wood paneling that is specially designed to absorb sound, and that will stop any kind of noise going through, but also stop the echo when I'm recording videos like this as well, so coming through the mic. I also have a bit of new gear. I have a new light, which is above me here, which helps when I'm doing these kind of videos where I'm sharing the screen, or if I want to just do a chat to the camera like this with my guitar. In terms of workflow, I've got a new Mac Mini M4, which is incredible.
Hello, I am Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bed.
I've been working on a MacBook Air for the last year, and that was painful. Recording was painful, editing videos was just terrible, and then rendering videos took hours and hours, and it sounded like it was going to explode every time I tried to render a video. The fan was on constantly, it was awful. So having this Mac Mini M4 is just life-changing. It's so good. Everything's different. I can use different software now. I'm using DaVinci instead of using CapCut. Everything is just feeling a lot better for me in terms of producing video content now. So no new guitars in that time, which my wife is very happy about. But I have had some work done on this Nick Johnston traditional of mine. I noticed from the start there was a bit of fret buzz, so I started adjusting the truss rod, and I couldn't seem to get that right. So now when something's not right with my guitars, I do what I can in terms of adjusting the truss rod, etc., but I don't go any further than that really. I just take it to a professional. And I happen to have a friend not far from me in Sydney, Australia, called Charles Cilia, who is a luthier, and he runs Cilia Guitars, makes the most incredible custom guitars here in Australia, and he ships them all over the world. They are fantastic instruments. So I took the guitar to him, and straight away he gets his tools out, starts measuring, and he said it needed a fret leveling. So I left it with Charles for a couple of weeks and got it back, and he also did a setup and lowered the action quite a bit actually, and now it just plays better than ever. It's absolutely fantastic. So it was money worth spending to get a guitar that probably should have been like this out of the factory but wasn't, up to scratch, and now it makes me want to play it even more. So if ever you feel like there's something wrong with the guitar, I think it's best to get it appraised at least, take it to a professional, and find out what's wrong with it, and it can make all the difference and make you want to play it even more. I do have to do the same thing for my Epiphone. My Epiphone Les Paul, there's something going on with the frets with that one as well for sure. And I might also take my Wolfgang in as well and get Charles to have a look over that too. So what else have I been up to? Well, I released my first preset pack, and it was an 80s rock preset pack for the Fender Tone Master Pro. That was at the very start of January, and it's been going really well. I've had a lot of people contact me and say how happy they are with the presets, and which is great. It's not every preset is going to work with everybody's setup. So different guitars sound different, and I understand there's going to be some people that are disappointed who thought, well, it doesn't sound like it does on your recording. But for the recordings, I'm obviously going to use the guitar that I created the preset with, and I'm potentially also multi-tracking. So I might have two of the rhythm tracks left and right, which fattens them up a little bit. They have been created to sit in a mix and sit in with a band and not be something that you sit at home and play and think that sounds absolutely perfect, because usually you crank up a little bit more bass at home. If you have an FR10 or an FR12 from Fender, then you can do that on the actual speaker anyway, and just compensate for any bass that you'd want when you're just practicing at home. But in a band situation, you don't really want that bass. It's just going to interfere with the bass player and the bass drum anyway. So that's why it's designed that way. I just wanted to explain that. I also released an ebook, and this might be a little bit controversial. It's called 80 AI Prompts for Guitarists. I'm a big user of AI. I use it in my day job as a software engineer every single day, and have done for a long time now. And I've seen the benefits of using AI as an assistant, something that can answer your questions quickly, you can bounce ideas off, and it's like having a teammate who just knows everything. So why not apply that to guitar? So I know that some people just think this is a waste of money, it's a waste of time. Watch my video and see how I use these prompts to dig deeper into issues, to find information, to set up exercises for correcting things that are wrong with my playing, for learning how to do something better and faster. AI has already been trained on material that you're going to look into anyway. So it's kind of like doing a Google search, but you get more accurate answers, or you don't have to go into forums. You don't have to speak to people on forums who are going to be mean to you because you don't know how to sweep pick properly or something. It just gives you the facts. It gives you a way how to change your technique or how to improve your technique. And then you can dig deeper, ask it more questions, and get more and more information. It's only going to get better. So my book is just 80 prompts to sort of help with certain areas of learning, guitar maintenance, how to play live and not be nervous in front of audiences, that kind of thing. There's heaps of stuff in there. Have a look on johnsguitargarage.store, go to the book, and it'll tell you a bit more information about which categories are in there and stuff. So I think it's going to be really useful. Not for everyone, I understand that, but the more we use AI, the more you'll realize that actually it can even help with guitar playing. And on that note, I have released another ebook that has gone direct to Amazon. It's not on my store at the moment. That might change, but at the moment it's just directly on Amazon, and that is called Amplified Teaching, and it's AI prompts for guitar instructors. So the idea for this book is personalized teaching. So you can give AI a profile of each student, including what genre they like to play, where they're at with their learning, and what techniques they want to learn, and then ask it to help you create a work plan and maybe even a lesson plan for the next 6 months. That's the kind of thing that it can sort of outline, and you can just flesh out. You can tell it, okay, let's take point 3 that you've come up with and expand on that and AI is going to go in there and say, okay, you want to develop your strumming patterns, let's go in and do these particular exercises, learn these songs, and it will be individual to that person because it knows what genre of music that they enjoy playing, what bands they like playing. Anything that you tell AI, it can use that to improve the lesson plan. If you want to look for that, go to amazon.com and search for Amplified Teaching AI Prompts for Guitar Instructors, or just search on amazon.com for myself, John Bloomer, and that's just Jon. If you put an H, you'll get a different author. And I may also put it at some point on johnsguitargarage.store. Some of the 5 people who actually watch this video might be wondering why I haven't actually featured this Wolfgang Special in a video of its own yet. Haven't had time, to be honest. So I've been using this guitar to do lots of recording, and you'll see it in videos that I've been recording lately. I just haven't had time to sit down and do a dedicated video about what I like about this guitar, what I don't like about this guitar, etc. So I will do a video at some point and go in depth about it. There are a couple of things that bug me about this guitar, which is a shame, but 1 or 2 of the things might be something that I can fix. So it's not like I don't want to play it. Sounds great, feels pretty good. Just a couple of things that I need to fix up, I think. Another thing I want to just talk about as well is why I'm not creating presets that people have asked for. So I get a lot of requests for presets of songs that people have sent me, and I can't really get through all of them because I don't have a lot of time. So I've got a list of probably 100 tracks that I really would like to do, but I just don't know when I'm going to get to them. I'm very busy. I have 2 kids. I have a wife who has been in treatment all of last year, and I have a full-time job. So I fit things in around all of that when I can, but you know, it's tough because I've got to create these tones and get them as good as I can as well. So I don't want to just smash something out that sounds rubbish. And then I've got to create a video as well that sounds decent and talk about it and do a run through of how I built the tones. So it's just time. So aside from working through that list of presets, I'm also trying to create my second paid preset pack. It's kind of going really slow. I started it before Christmas, but I recently replaced a lot of the presets that I'd done before Christmas completely, started again. I've got a feeling that might happen again. I just, it's a pack that's going to be really difficult to put out, to be honest, because it's something that it means a lot to me. So I want to get it right. So I'm working on that when I can, and in doing so, I also came up with 2 ideas for courses. So that's also kind of in the pipeline, at least in terms of planning what I want to do with it. But again, it's going to come down to time and whether I've got time to actually sit and record an entire course worth of material. I'm not sure, because that's going to be hours of content. So sorry for the rather abrupt ending to this video, but as I was recording, I had a massive coughing fit because I'm currently getting over COVID. So I'll cut the video short here. Thanks so much for watching.